What's up you guys and welcome back to my channel. For those that are new here, hi, my name is Rachelle and I like to make thrifting and fashion videos along with a little bit of beauty and just sharing my life with you guys over here on my little corner of the internet. For today's video, I figured I would do a Q&A just because I feel like I have a lot of really new followers here and I get a lot of the same questions over and over, so I figured I would just do a Q&A to answer all of the questions for all of my new followers that may not know me as well as some of my OG followers. So I asked you guys to leave me questions on my YouTube and also on my Instagram, so I will try to get through as many as possible. You guys did end up sending a lot of questions in and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll just kind of like go through and try to answer pretty quickly. Mindy asked, how long have you been married? I've been married for 5 years and I've been together with my husband for 8. Robin asked, where did you meet your hubby? Hope that's not too personal. No, that's not too personal at all. I feel like I share like a lot of us with you guys. My husband and I actually met in high school. In freshman year, we had debate class together and that's where we ended up meeting. He actually sat like right behind me and would always pick on me. So that's where we became really good friends and we stayed friends all throughout high school. We never dated in high school. We were just friends in high school. But we knew that we liked each other's personality and we were really, really close all throughout high school. And we didn't end up dating until after. So we ended up meeting freshman year of high school in debate class, which we both hated that class. Lindsay asked, do you feel like thrift shop prices are going up? And if so, why? I feel like it depends on the area you live in and also the thrift stores that you are shopping at. I recently went to Phoenix, Arizona and I went to a Savers and oh my gosh, you guys, like the prices at the Savers were so expensive. It was almost just like shopping at like Ross or Marshalls or something like that. I think I only bought one thing. Their shoes were okay prices, but everything else was like outrageous. So I do feel like some chains are noticing that thrifting is getting to be more popular and they are jacking up the prices, which to me, I don't agree with just because we throw away so much clothing each year into landfills. And so I feel like as much as we can get donated, the better. So to me, I don't really like that. I wish that they would just keep the prices lower to encourage people to continue to thrift store and thrift shop and recycle their clothing. So I do feel like some chains are going up, but not all. My local thrift stores seem to keep decent prices and the Goodwills that I go to, I don't really notice too much of an incline of prices. So it depends on the location and the store. Faith says she has 2 questions. Where's your favorite store or place to shop and thrift? And what made you get into thrifting? My very favorite thrift store is Desiree Industries, which we have mostly on the West Coast. I think that it's like California, Arizona, Nevada, and I think they started in Utah. So yeah, that's my very favorite just because it is really clean and very well organized and has like really nice hangers. All the workers are really nice. Everything smells really good. They just like categorize everything really well, how they like display everything into different categories by like color and like item type. And they also have amazing prices. Like all of their stuff is really, really affordable. They also don't make the prices more expensive just because it's a certain brand. So like they're not gonna price something higher because it's Nike over something that's like Fruit of the Loom. Everything is the same price when it comes to like categories. So like all sweatshirts are the same, all dresses are the same. And I personally really like that. And then what made me get into thrift shopping? When I first started remembering thrift shopping was probably with my dad when I was in middle school. We used to go to a Cancer Aid thrift store that was really close to our house. And I specifically remember one time going with my dad and finding a pair of black Converse, which at the time I couldn't really afford new shoes. So thrift shopping was much more appealing to me. And I found brand new black Converse in my size. And in my mind, I was like, I don't understand why anyone would ever donate black Converse to the thrift store. I can't believe I found these. So I just like remember that memory. I think I was in 8th grade. I've always been really into like shopping affordably and I also really like to like be creative and think of like how I would style things. So I feel like it just meshes together like me being a bargain shopper and also like my creativity. And I just really like hunting and finding really cool things that are different and unique. Something that's like special and one of a kind. I feel like that's also an appeal of thrift shopping. Robin asked, how long have you been a makeup artist? I've I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 10 years now, but I didn't start doing specifically makeup until around 6 years ago. I did mostly like hair and waxing and esthetician stuff, but I always really liked doing makeup. So then I hooked up with a photographer and she needed a makeup artist and I always wanted to do that. And I'd always done like makeup on friends and myself and been really into it. And so I started doing makeup for her photography business, and that's just kind of what like bloomed into what I do now, which is mostly like bridal makeup and makeup for photographers in the area that I live now. Ruby, hi Ruby. Ruby asks, hi Rachelle, how do you manage your business and having 2 channels? I feel like I'm constantly juggling as far as business goes, and I'm always like thinking about business since I am self-employed. I am always jealous because when you're an employee for a company, you only really have to think about work when you clock in and clock out. But when you are self-employed or an entrepreneur, you're always thinking about work. And I feel like you're always working, even if you're like at a family event or like, you know, doing other things on your day off. Like it's never really a day off because there's always something to get to or something that you should be doing as far as like getting back to emails, getting back to clients. Like, so I do really feel like I'm always working, but I also really enjoy that. My husband's family are all like business-minded, entrepreneurs, self-employed. And so I feel like being with my husband over the last 8 years, he's really taught me how to be more business-minded. I didn't come from a family that was entrepreneurs or self-employed, so he's really helped me and I really love it. I love being my own boss. It's a lot more work, I would say, but it's also a lot more fulfilling in my opinion. Betty Laura asks, what is the best piece of clothing, purse, shoes that you found at the thrift store that is your favorite, that you can't believe that you found for a good price? I would say about 2 months ago, I ended up thrifting a vintage Gucci bracelet from the 1960s, and I was so excited. You guys can go back on my channel. I think it says it in like the description box. I was at Goodwill in Auburn, and I don't think that they realized that it was a Gucci bracelet because it wasn't really obvious. Like the logo was pretty like discreet, and it just looked kind of like any other bangle. But yeah, that's probably recently one of the favorite things that I have thrifted just because it is authentic and real and it's vintage and it's really cute. Like I like the style of it too. It's just kind of like a beigey snakeskin on the outside with the Gucci logo in the middle. And I think that they retail for like $150 to $200 online. But I don't think I'm gonna sell it just because it's like my favorite thrift find. And I was so excited that I found out that it was vintage Gucci. What is one thing that you'll never pass up at the thrift store and one thing that you'll never buy from the thrift store? I feel like I always really love looking at the bags and purses or just like accessories in general. I am such an accessories kind of girl, so I feel like I can never have too many accessories. Plus, I feel like accessories are really what makes an outfit. Like if you have a really plain outfit, but then you put a bunch of accessories on, I feel like it just elevates the outfit. So I really like purses, jewelry, scarves, you know, things like that, shoes. And then one thing I'll never buy at the thrift store is underwear. I don't understand why people donate underwear to the thrift store unless they're like brand new. Like why would you donate your used underwear to the thrift store? Because like no one buys those, and like, I mean, maybe some people do. I'm not saying nobody buys those, but I don't know anyone that buys underwear that's been used from the thrift store. It just doesn't make sense to me. Asia said, do you want kids? I love watching your videos. Oh, thank you. I feel like that's like a hard subject at the exact moment right now. I personally don't want kids. A lot of our friend group has kids, and so I get to really enjoy kids. I love kids, and I get to enjoy kids quite often. Our best friends live across the street from us, and they have an almost 2-year-old, so we get to see him on a daily basis. One of our other friends has an 8-year-old, and then one of our other friends has like a 4-year-old. I think she's 4. So I feel like we get a lot of kid time within our friend group, but at the moment, Everett and I do not want kids. Although when I was younger, I always said that I did. So you never know, that might change, but at the moment, no. Christina Anderson asked, where did you find your wicker bookshelf? I'm on the hunt. Do you have any advice for furniture hunting? I'm pretty sure she's talking about this one right here. I have a lot of wicker furniture, which a lot of my wicker furniture is hand-me-down from my mom from like back in the day. But this little guy I actually found at a thrift store, just a local thrift store, and it was on 50% off day. So it was originally $30 and I got it for $15. I left the thrift store and I actually didn't buy it. And then like several hours later, I couldn't fit it in my car. several hours later, I was like still thinking about it. And so I asked my dad to go pick it up and he got it for me and fit it in his car. So yeah, I absolutely love it. And it's totally my style, and now I want to find a bunch more. Honestly, it's my dream to find a big peacock chair at the thrift store. I hope one day I get to, which is probably pretty far-fetched because I know those are like really popular. I'm hoping one day I find a peacock chair at the thrift store. My main piece of advice is just be patient and buy things over time instead of being like, I want everything furnished now, you know? That's at least what I did. Joylyn asks, how long have you had your own salon suite? For those of you guys that don't know, I do hair and makeup and I have my own business and my own salon. It's just like only me in my salon suite. And I've had that since January of this year. Before that, I used to be on location. So I would go to like wedding venues and photographer studios and I would just drive around with all of my stuff, which was great. Like it was really fun. And I still do that for weddings, but it's really nice to have just like the client come to me and leave all of my stuff in one location and not have to like lug it around and like put it in my car, take it out of my car. It was a lot. So I've had that since January and I love it. And I really like being just in my own salon suite because it's just my own room, you know, my clients come in, I lock up when I leave and like, I just have control over everything. I've had a lot of problems in the past with salons, like being in a salon with other people because it's just like a different work environment and I'm just better on my own. I'll leave it at that. What is your favorite thing about being an esthetician? And what's your favorite drugstore skincare line? My favorite thing about being an esthetician is my clientele. I love seeing my clientele on a normal basis and like getting to know them. I feel like my clients are like my friends. And so I love like just catching up with people and seeing them pretty often. And then my favorite drugstore skincare line, I really like a lot of e.l.f. skincare, which is actually pretty crazy because they're such an affordable line. But also like Cetaphil is a really good skincare line at the drugstore. What's that other one? I'm blanking. Honestly, a lot of stuff at like Marshall's and TJ Maxx too that I end up liking. So I'll always go to like Marshall's and always like dig through the skincare and find new things there. Vanita, I hope I'm saying your name right, asked, do you wear hair extensions? I bought a waterfall clip-on ponytail that's very thick and nice. I dulled the shine with dry shampoo and lightly sprayed hair to smooth it out. My friends thought it was my own hair. I am a huge fake hair wearer. I have very, very fine hair and it damages really easily since I have like some color in my hair. This is basically where my hair breaks off. I'm really good about trying to use like as little heat as possible and I do Olaplex treatments since I have my license. Like I actually do really treat my hair as well as possible, but my hair just seems to break and is very brittle and it's very hard for me to keep it healthy. So yes, I do wear hair extensions almost on an everyday basis. I've been wearing hair extensions since my senior year of high school when I was going to beauty school, and yeah, I love them. I personally only like to do clip-in hair extensions because I like to take them out at night and I just think they're easiest to manage. So yeah, I wear clip-in hair extensions almost every day. My favorite hair extensions are from Foxy Locks. They're the best. I've never gotten one of those ponytail hair extensions, but I really want to get one because I feel like they do look really cute and really nice. So, who's your biggest inspiration when it comes to fashion and makeup? I don't know if I necessarily have one like specific person. I follow a lot of people on YouTube and on Instagram and all those. Whenever I see photos on Instagram that like inspire me as far as like location, posing, like how they put together pieces, I just always bookmark it on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know, but like in the little bottom right hand corner underneath a photo is like a little bookmark tab and I just click on that. And then whenever I need inspiration, I'll just kind of like look through that tab and kind of like see how other people did things and just kind of like recreate it and make it my own. Also Pinterest, I'm a huge Pinterest lover. And so I feel like I use Pinterest quite a lot for inspiration. Or if I have like a white sweater and I want to, you know, get an idea of how to wear it, I'll literally just go into Pinterest and put in white sweater and then look how other people did it and then make it my own within my closet. So with makeup, I just kind of like, just go off of my feelings. Hi, Rachelle. What's the worst thing you've ever found while thrift shopping? Worst thing. I don't know. I always think it's really funny though when people donate like shirts that are like customized, like so-and-so's wedding or like happy 40th birthday, John, because like I just think it's funny because it's like no one knows who John is other than you. So like I feel like using that shirt as like a rag to like clean your house is better than thrifting it because like no one knows John's 40th birthday. Yeah, that's the only thing that comes to mind. Seems like you love to travel. Where's your favorite place you've ever visited, and what's your number one on your travel wish list? I feel like I haven't traveled as much as I would like to. I would love to travel more. I really like warm climates. So I liked going to Mexico. That was really fun. Puerto Vallarta is my favorite just because it's like very green and lush there, but also beautiful. And honestly, personally, I just love like Mexican culture. I love their culture so much. Like, I don't know what about it. I wish I could speak Spanish. I think that's the favorite place I've ever gone just because I honestly haven't traveled all that much. I've gone to a lot of places like near where I live on road trips, but I haven't like gone far away. I went to Florida when I was really young, but I don't really remember it, and I would like to go back to Florida. And then on the top of my travel wish list would probably be Greece. I really want to go to Santorini or obviously the Amalfi Coast. It looks gorgeous. I would just like to travel more, to be honest. I wish I had more money to travel. What is your biggest insecurity? Physically, I would say my nose. I hate my nose so much. I have such a big nose. It's very skinny, but it's very big. And I've always wanted to get a nose job. I don't like my nose. I mean, I've come to accept and love myself. And like, this is the nose that I have. So like, I don't love it, you know? How did you lose weight? I think in your older videos that you mentioned that you do keto or did keto, or do you exercise? I'm just wondering. You can totally see if you go back in my videos how much heavier I was. And about a year and a half ago, I started keto diet with my husband and I lost 30 pounds within like 4 to 5 months-ish. And then after losing that amount of weight, that's how much like my goal weight was. Then I've just been maintaining, but I still do keto. When I first started, I was very strict keto and very like disciplined. And now that I've hit my goal weight, I'm a lot more relaxed in what I eat. But I am still very good. Like I'm low carb, no sugar. I have like the routine down, but I personally love keto. I know it's not for everyone and I'm not telling anyone to do it, but I've never done a diet that worked for me until keto. And honestly, now that I've done keto, I love it. It's a lifestyle that I really like enjoy. It makes me feel good. Honestly, there's not that many. The only like downside of keto that I've had is I was getting headaches a little while ago, which now I take supplements and it helps my headaches. And sometimes it gives you like a little bit of like stale breath or like a not a great taste in your mouth. So I just like eat gum and mints more often than I used to. But other than that, I literally love keto. Although it is a lot of work and you have to cook your own meals, but I feel like I'm healthier than I've ever been. What are some of your personal goals that you're currently working towards? Growing my YouTube channel, I just have like certain numbers that I really want to hit and I want to make it more into my business and spend more time with it. So I have been really working on my YouTube channel and hopefully it'll continue to grow. I would like to be a little bit more like healthy when it comes to exercising. I feel like I'm very weak and I don't exercise that much. So that's also a goal that I haven't really been working on, but it's a goal of mine. What's your favorite food to eat and your go-to movie? My very favorite foods are like Indian food, Thai food, Asian foods in general, but a lot of them I can't eat now that I'm on keto unless I'm having like a cheat day. I love Indian food so much. I've been really into like stew lately. It's starting to be like colder weather, and so I feel like I love whenever we cook stew, I'm always like, oh, I love this so much. My favorite movie? That's really hard. For a really long time, it was the movie American History X, which is like a really intense movie. I can't think of one off the top of my head, like that's more recent, but that used to be like my favorite movie. What got you started into YouTube and any advice for a new YouTuber? I feel like I always wanted to do YouTube. It's something that like I talked about for years before starting, like literally probably like 4 to 5 years before I started YouTube. I talked about doing one, but I was very self-conscious and I also really cared about what other people thought about me back then. Now I don't really care as much. Like if someone thinks it's weird that I do YouTube, well, that's fine. It's a goal of mine and it doesn't really matter what other people think. Whatever's holding you back from doing it, like I would just say try to like get through what's holding you back from doing it. Just do it. It's better to do something than to do nothing. So even if it's like not the greatest or like, you know, you have to put in the work to get better at something. And so at first you might not be like the greatest, but like if you just keep doing it and keep doing it, it gets better. Like even me, like my videos, I'm not like a huge YouTuber, but I notice that like if I just keep working at something, I slowly get better over time, little by little. So yeah, that's my advice, is to just do it. Like don't wait for perfection, just do it, honestly. You mentioned being a salon owner. You look really young to be a business owner. I'm very impressed and I'd like to hear about that. I work in interior design and home furnishing store that my parents own. I'm the manager and head designer, and someday I'll be an owner too. Having your own business is very hard yet rewarding. I want to hear about your business story. Yeah, like I said, I've been self-employed for like 4 years now. Before that, I used to work at like a European wax center, and it wasn't for me. I'll just leave it at that. I decided to be self-employed with the help of my husband. I'm really, really grateful that I have a husband that is so supportive of me and my business and my growth as a business owner. Earlier this year, I decided to open my own salon. It's just a salon suites. I had got my business license. I got my establishment license. Yeah, it's just something that I like really take pride in and I'm really interested in. So I could go on forever, but this video would be really long. So I'll keep it at that. Outfit inspiration. Like I said earlier, Instagram, I save the photos, and then Pinterest, definitely. If you could have any career, what would it be? Where's the one place you really want to travel to? Love your channels. I know a girl that I went to middle school with, and she is like a travel blogger, and she also does, she like reviews like hotels and places to stay and gives advice for people that are traveling. She like works for like a travel agency kind of situation. And she literally goes to the world's most beautiful places. She stays in the most luxury like hotels. Obviously it's a lot of work. She's traveling all the time. You know, she has to bring a bunch of gear. She's doing a lot of blogging, but like just the places that she gets to go are like the top in the world, the most beautiful places in the world, the nicest, most luxury places. So whenever I see her, I'm like, oh man, that's an amazing job. Sort of new to your channel, but I fell in love with your videos. Your personality is the best and your style is beautiful. Thank you. You guys are so nice. Oh, she didn't think of a question. So, are you religious at all, and what do you believe in? I wouldn't say I'm religious, but I would say that I'm spiritual. I do believe that there is much more out there than just us. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm religious. I'll just kind of like leave it at that. I do believe that there is a lot of like energy and spirituality that we don't know about. What is the most you have spent thrifting, not including furniture? I think probably around like $125 when I was in Las Vegas. That's probably the most I've spent like at one time. I found a lot of stuff and I really liked it. So yeah, I would say 120, but like that was like a lot for me. I definitely went overboard, but I felt like I was finding a bunch of good stuff and I was on vacation. So what lashes do you usually wear? I always love your lashes. I get my eyelashes off of AliExpress. I literally just like, I couldn't tell you exact ones because I like buy different ones every time. And sometimes like when I go back to reorder, they're there or they're not. It's kind of like, AliExpress is a little bit similar to Wish, just less like crappy, I would say. So yeah, it takes like 30 days. It's from China. Like sometimes the description's kind of weird and janky, but yeah, I get most of my eyelashes off of AliExpress. They're really affordable. You just have to wait like 30 days to get them. What sparked your interest in beauty? I've always really been a girly girl and really interested in beauty overall. So I don't know, I just feel like it was really natural for me. I remember when I was a sophomore in high school is when I met a hairstylist and she talked to me about going to beauty school, and that's really what like got me wanting to go to beauty school. So I went to beauty school at my senior year of high school along with high school. I did independent studies and I went to beauty school full-time 5 days a week. So when I graduated high school, I got my license, which was actually a lot of work to go to high school and beauty school full-time, both, but it was worth it. Who's your favorite cousin? My little cousin asked me that. So of course I'm gonna have to say that Brooke's my favorite cousin. I love you if you're watching. If you're not watching, that's fine too. And I miss you. She lives down in Long Beach now, so I never get to see her. Where did you get your cow skull that is in your office? I'm assuming this one that you're talking about right up here. I actually have I like cow skulls a lot, or just like skulls in general, which is kind of weird. I have like deer skulls. I have a big cow skull that's outside that's like a real cow skull. But I'm assuming you're talking about this little guy. And I think that I ended up getting that at Marshall's one time. I really want to move it, but it's like anchored in the wall. I don't feel like it fits right there, but like I can't get it out of the wall, so. But yeah, I found it at Marshall's one time. All right, you guys, I think that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much. If you guys made it till the end of the video, I love you guys so much that you listen to me ramble on for forever. I've been doing a lot of thrifting lately, so I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. So thrifting content coming soon. Also in the comments down below, just leave me some suggestions of videos you want me to film. You guys always think of like the best videos. So there's quite a few that I have like a list of. If you've given me a suggestion in the past, like I have an ongoing list of like videos I want to film, but I always love suggestions from you guys because you guys think of the best video ideas. All right, guys, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!